What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, we're going to be reviewing Hammer's newest symmetrical solid, the Infamous. Now, before we get into any of that information, if you guys like this video and you want to see me review more brands of Brunswick balls, more Motive balls, Storm balls, big bowling balls, pretty much any brand, an easy way to support the channel, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It is the easiest way to support this channel. And if you guys like this jersey or any of the jerseys in any of my videos, you can head on over to coolwick.com and use my promo code MOTIVELOU10, and that'll get you 10% off your entire order. So let's get right into the tech about this Hammer Infamous. And then this is directly from Hammer's website, okay? It says it's in the upper mid performance category. So not super high performance, but kind of just in that tier just below that. The color says it's gray, royal, and coral, and right off the bat, I really do like the colors of this ball. And a lot of new first times, or a lot of new things on this channel, last couple of videos. This is my first Hammer reactive ball in, I don't know, 10 years, and is also my first ball that features the carbon fiber outer core, which is what Hammer does. And it's also my first ball that features the dot technology. Now, if you guys don't know what the dot is, I don't know if you guys can see it, but instead of the pin, so they put the pin on the bottom of the ball, okay? And then this dot here allows you to drill through it without voiding the warranty, which is a really good thing, because a lot of times when you put in layouts and you get too close to the pin, it can really make the ball crack. Well, this kind of eliminates that because you can drill right through it and it's not an issue. So, okay, enough rambling. It's a symmetric core. The cover says that it's a solid reactive. The finish is 500, 1,000, 2,000. Okay, and then it doesn't really say much more about the cover there except that it's solid reactive. It's called the NV Solid. And then in 15 pounds, it has an RG of 2.55, 2.559, and a max differential of 0.52. So it's a core that's designed to be a little bit longer, create a little bit more shape, and a really high differential that's wrapped around a solid cover. I typically like those high RG solids, so the bar for this ball going in is going to be a little bit higher just because of that. I'm really excited to throw my first reactive Hammer ball in 10 years. So before I take you guys out on the lanes, I just want to let you know of 2 links in the description, very important. The first link is to my Patreon, and I invite each and every one of you to come out and join. I'm turning that into an unbelievable little bowling community. We talk bowling on Discord all the time, and I invite you to at least come and check it out. The second link in the description is so that you can order this Hammer Infamous if you like what you see on the lanes. It is the best way to support the channel is if you go through that link, if you like what you see. If you are going to buy this bowling ball because of my recommendation or because of what you see in my review, I would super appreciate it if you went through that link so that Bowler Smart knows exactly who sent you. All right, let's take this ball out on the lanes so that we can see what the Infamous is all about. All right, so that was the first group of shots, and the first thing I noticed about this Infamous is just how strong the cover is. It seems to be a stronger cover than the Power Torque, which you guys saw a couple days ago, whenever that was, because at least the Power Torque allowed me to play a little bit straighter. The core and cover combination with my game, the surface of this ball, all that factored in, really didn't allow me to play straight at all. I kind of had to shape it, but when I got in a little, it looked really good. Now, we didn't talk about the layout. I know we talked about the dot technology and all that stuff, but we didn't talk about the layout. It's the same layout that I use on all my symmetrical balls. At least the last like 10 symmetrical balls I've drilled all the same. It's 50 by 4.5 by 30. So that last shot in the group, I actually went like 4 and 2 left about, and it was probably the best shot so far, even though I did 4-pin, which tells me that the cover on this ball is really, really strong. And I think, obviously I don't know for certain, but I think that's why they paired it with a higher RG, kind of medium high-ish differential, is because the cover is so freaky strong. It likes oil. So this next group of shots here, I'm definitely gonna move a little bit further in, try to keep it in the oil and not try to send it into the friction as much. I am bowling just on a fresh, typical house shot, but already, 10 shots in, whatever it is, I can already see that this ball is already forcing me into a not my best, not my most comfortable part of the lane, where it really forces me to execute good shots. Whereas like the power torque, the ball really played into my A game. So I'm gonna try to make some really good shots. And like I said, we're gonna move like 4 and 2-ish left. Oh, no way. So I apologize in advance, or not in advance, but halfway through, for my physical game just being so atrocious right now. But I was right about this ball liking a little bit more oil. Once I got in, when I made a decent shot, it looked really, really good. Now, today's one of those days where it would be so much easier if I just picked and chose what strikes or what shots go in the video. But I always show you guys every single shot, the good ones and the bad. Just physically, I'm just not there today, and I gotta find a way to be there. So this next group of shots, I'm gonna move a little bit further left again, because it seems that the further left I get, the better this ball is looking. And I really want to see if it's still going to have what it takes to come around the corner, because it is a higher RG. Now, the one question that I have in my mind since starting this video, or since the first couple shots throwing this ball, is what would this look like with a pearl cover? So I'm not really sure if there is this core with a pearl cover. I didn't do that much research, but if there is, let me know down below in the comments. And also let me know down below in the comments if you guys have a Infamous, or if you're considering ordering an Infamous. Okay, so those group of shots were much better executed. Still not even close to my best. I am as not sharp as one can be, but what I'm really liking about this Infamous is that, yes, it's forcing me left, but it's still hooking. Like sometimes a ball will force you left and then it'll start to bail down lane. This ball has not bailed down lane once. So on this next group of shots, I am going to try to move a little bit further left just to see what the limits are of this Infamous. Now, obviously, take this review with a grain of salt, because I'm not executing well at all today. I mean, this is as bad as I've thrown a ball in quite some time, but I mean, it happens, it's part of the gig. I will be better. Okay, so this Infamous is really good. And I think the reason I say that is because I'm able to play this far inside, create this much shape, and it still does what you need it to do. Would I love for this ball for me to be able to play it a little bit straighter? Yes, obviously, that's my A game. But like I tell some of the people in my Patreon, these bowling balls are tools, and you have to use the right tool for the right job, or else it's not gonna look very good. You don't always need a sledgehammer. Sometimes you need a screwdriver. Sometimes you need a mallet. And that's what these bowling balls are. So now that I know where this tool fits in my arsenal, I think this is gonna be a really, really good thing. So these next group of shots, I'm gonna throw 2 shots from a little bit further left and then 3 shots from a little bit straighter, just to see before we get into the versatility test. So those shots there show you exactly what I mean by this ball likes angle. This ball, maybe not so much angle, but this ball likes oil. I was pretty deep first 2 shots of that group, and they looked really good. Then I got a little bit straighter, and I went 4-pin, messenger 9, which tells you like how much angle or how much shape this ball is producing once it encounters the friction. So now we're gonna get into the versatility test, where I'm gonna throw 3 shots from 1 shot each, 3 different zones. I'm gonna be from 15 with my feet, 25 with my feet, 35 with my feet, so that we can see how versatile this ball is. So I think it's funny that it only struck from zone 1 when I really think this ball's better suited for zone 2, zone 3, closer to zone 3. Now, I get asked this question a lot after the reviews, not so much in the comment section, but more Facebook messages, Instagram messages, stuff like that, asking me, well, now that you reviewed the ball, is it gonna go into your bag? Well, I have several different bags, but for league, I don't think that this Infamous will be traveling with me to league. Now, I think that this will be a ball that will go with me when I'm bowling on heavier volume sport patterns. Anytime that I think I need to keep the ball in front of me, when there's a lot of volume, is when I think this ball will be traveling or will be in the bag. So take that however you guys want to take that. Thank you guys for joining me. If you're even here to the end of this video with how bad I threw the ball, join me in the next video where we're going to be reviewing the Obsession Tour Pearl, where you guys have been asking me for that ball for quite some time. Click right here to watch one of my other videos. Click right here to subscribe. Until next time, guys, I'll see you on the lanes.